What's up? What's up, Facebook? It is time for me to come clean about my career. I am sick and tired of hearing all of the craziness that people talk about my industry. We talk about entrepreneurship a lot. I do. Most of my presentations are very broad. But tonight I wanted to blow the lid off of this thing. I want to just kind of let the cat out of the bag and put everything out on the table, the elephant in the room, all of the things, right? I wanted to go live and just talk about the 7 reasons people hate network marketing. That's my profession. Even though we call it by different names, direct sales, some people call it MLM, multi level marketing. I've been in the industry for 15 years. And look, I've heard it all, I've seen it all, so you can't offend me. You could probably laugh at this, it wouldn't offend me. But guys, it's time to really come clean and get real about the top reasons why people hate it because they don't really understand it. But I want to just hit them head on because I feel like it's 2022, and I don't know about you. And if you're watching live, let me know. Let me know you're watching live, or if you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. But if you are like me, it's 2022. Everybody needs a second income stream. And there's lots of other ways to make money online. I mean, there's affiliate marketing, there is, our Etsy store, there's any type of business where you can market and sell products. But basically, you're selling. Everybody's selling something. It's a business. That's what we do. And those of you that are in professions where you don't sell anything, you're still selling something. You have to sell yourself when you sit down for an interview and tell them why you're the guy or the girl for the job. You know what I'm saying? So guys, let's blow the lid off it, and I'm going to run through these reasons. But more importantly, I want to just educate everybody and share my perspective, because if you're watching this, and you don't have to comment, but I'm hoping that we'll get some eyeballs on this that might help educate people out there, because too often there are people out there in any profession that don't do it right, or they do it in a way that, kind of annoys people a little bit, and I totally get that. And so I'm going to run through these. If you agree, let me know. I'd love your input, so let me know what your thoughts are. If you agree, if you disagree, whatever, put them in the comments, and then share this if you like it. All right, so the first reason why seven reasons, first of the 7, why people hate, they love to hate network marketing. Number 1 is your friends and family bug you. Like, make it awkward, right? Your friends and family, and everybody joins a new business, a new opportunity, and they got to bug their friends and family to go buy stuff from them. So, first of all, I get it. Second of all, I'm thinking, if I started a restaurant, right? Or let's say I started a baseball card shop, you know, and I put all this money into it, I built it up, I paid the rent, I'm open for business, it's my first day, maybe I've got some employees, I made a menu, I did all the things. Who am I going to invite? Like, I would expect my friends and family to come and support me, right? I would invite my friends and family and say, you better come to my launch event because I want this thing to be a success. And maybe order just an appetizer. I don't know. Order some free cup of water, but be there. Be there to support me in some way, shape, or form. I just feel like if your friends and family want to support you, great. If they don't, that's great too. But part of being a good friend, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, is no matter what your friends do, and I've got friends across every industry. A lot of my friends are in the music business. I support them. I go out to shows. I still get concert tickets, I support people. And you can't hate people for wanting to make a living. So I just say, if it bugs you that your friends and family aren't supporting you, like, it's crazy. Like, if there's a family member who's a realtor, but you don't call them, I get it if you don't like them or whatever, but like, shame on you if you've got like an aunt or uncle or someone in your area, a cousin that's a family member that's a halfway decent realtor, and you're not calling them, or a friend. I've gone to my best friend's brother's dentist. I used, for my first house, to sell my first house, I used my other best friend's brother to sell the house, and he actually kicked me a good deal, which was awesome. You use friends and family. Why not? So if that bugs you, that friends and family, bug you, when they start a new business, just think about it this way. It's the same with any business, not just network marketing. So don't hate network marketing. All right, number 2, People think it's a scam. Oh my gosh, this is so 1950s. In 1950s, people thought franchises were a scam. You know, McDonald's, Burger King, franchises. How many franchises? Pretty much over 50% of the shops that you go to are franchises. It might be higher than that, but over 50% guaranteed. Walk into any, um, any shopping center in America, and 50% or more of the businesses are franchises. But in 1950s, people thought that was a scam. They couldn't understand why I have to pay someone for like the logo and the marketing and the packaging, basically all the intellectual property that's already been done, a menu that's all the work's already been done. All you got to do is follow the plan, show the plan, follow the plan, plug into the plan. It's already been done for you. Does that sound familiar? Those of you in network marketing, let me know if that sounds familiar. What's different? The same thing in network marketing. You follow the plan. It's not a scam. You pay a fee, like $40 in our case. You buy some products that you should be using anyway. It's redirected spending, so you don't give it to the Walton family. They don't need your money, or Target. Buy some products you're going to use to scrub your armpits and wash your hair. Big whoop-de-doo. You're going to do it anyway, right? Drink some collagen, look younger. Okay, so you buy some products, you have a plan, and then you plug into the plan, right? It's no different than a franchise. The website's been done. You don't need to hire employees. Actually, this is even easier because you don't need employees. You got the systems in place. You put in your banking account info, and the money just pops in every time you make a sale. Like, how easy can that be? It's like affiliate marketing, but even easier. So if you hate it because you think it's a scam, you're not living in the year 2022. You know, the Mary Kay or the Avon lady is not scamming you. It's probably a single mom who's trying to put money on her table to get some diapers. So there's no reason to think it's a scam. Now, those of you that have been involved in like pyramids, let me tell you what a pyramid scam is. A pyramid scam or scheme it sells an opportunity, not product. It sells an opportunity that's not a physical, tangible thing that you hold. They sell an opportunity. It's like a game. It's like gambling. That's a pyramid. That's where you hear about those. Sometimes they get lumped into my industry. I don't understand it, but I do know there are companies like that. So I would say this. If you seriously still think that network marketing or direct sales is a scam, check the facts. Check the facts, brother. Because we're living in 2022 where everybody has an online business. People introduce you to a product. They share the product with you. You like it. You support their business. They make a small commission from it. They don't get rich, and they support their family. You find a product you love. It's a win-win. It's no different than any other business that you go to. All right, number 3 reason why people hate network marketing. They don't like to see ads. They don't like to be sold to. I get it. Look, here's the deal. How else are you going to advertise your business? Now, in my specific company, we practice curiosity marketing, which is, you could say, hey, I got 2 compliments on my skin today. People think I look good. I love this new stuff I'm drinking, right? And people say, if anybody that's curious, hey, what are you doing? Then I'll send them the info. I'm not spamming your page. If it's done correctly, you're not going to feel like you're being advertised to. The people I think that give any business a bad name is the people that are just, their entire Facebook feed is an ad for their business. I don't know about you. Let me know if you guys, have you ever seen anybody where you go on their page, let's say they're a realtor. Realtors are kind of guilty for this. I have a ton of realtor friends. I'm just saying. But every single post is like their realtor business. And they look at Facebook as like their opportunity to just be an advertisement for their business. I prefer, a mixture of both. Like, hey, here's my family. Here's my kids. Here's something cool I found. Here's a joke I learned. Here's an article that's interesting. I think Facebook should be a place where we all come together and kind of and create this community where we all kind of get entertainment and get value, right, from being somebody's friend. But if you're always being like pummeled and sold to, I totally get it. But my question for those people that don't like ads, what do you do when you watch TV? What do you do? I mean, do you fast forward? Like, what do you do when you're watching YouTube and there's an ad? You still see the ad? People still have to make money. They got to advertise their business. So give people a little slack on that one. Number 4, no one makes any money. Okay, I don't know who in their right mind says that, but there are like documentaries that have been made where people have said like it's a scam, no one made any money, and it's crazy. And they're very compelling, by the way. Or people will say only the people at the top make money. It's kind of funny because when you think about it, who's the highest paid person at any company, right? The founder or the CEO. Who's the next highest paid? That's probably the vice president or whatever, depending on how big the company is. Who's the next highest paid? The middle management, right? customer service manager, who's the next highest paid? All the grunts, right? Customer service, warehouse, shipping, packing, all that. I mean, what does that look like? It's a freaking pyramid in the corporate world. So any business at all, you guys, it's going to have some people that do better than others. The difference is when you start a business in network marketing, you start your own pyramid, if you will. If you want to call it a pyramid, it's not a scam, it's not a scheme, but you start your own. You're the CEO of your own business. And the people that join your business as your business partners, they are not your employees. That's the difference. You're not liable for them. They don't have to show up to work. It's a volunteer army. If they like you and you add value to them and you help train them and you support them and you mentor them and you work for them, it's kind of the other way around. Like, in what business does a CEO actually work for their employees? That's just totally opposite. Our industry, the CEO works for us. I'm actually best friends with my own CEO of my company, and she totally looks like that. She totally is here to serve us in the field. That's totally different from anything you've seen in corporate. So I'm going to tell you this right now. If you don't think there's money to be made in this business, you're crazy. Like, our specific company has a up to 36% commission, affiliate commission. Like, you sell this product, you get paid this much money. It's not a rocket science equation. You sell product, you make money. You say, well, okay, I'm not good at sales. That's another conversation. That's up to you if you're not good at sales. If you can share a movie or a restaurant that you've been to and you influence someone. When I go on vacation, I ask, hey, what's the best restaurant in town? They go, oh, it's Cabrero's. Okay, I'm going to Cabrero's that night. Like, that person didn't get paid $1 from Cabrero's when I just went and spent $115 to take my family there. Because I asked someone, hey, can you recommend a good restaurant? It's no different with our products, guys. Give me an amen if you are on board with that. I don't know why anyone and their mother would hate like our industry or this industry for thinking that only the people at the top make money. How about this? Only the people that work make money. That's the real thing to say. How many realtors get their real estate license? I think the statistic is, I think it's 50%. Never sell a house. It might be higher. It might even be 90 to 95% of realtors that get their license never sell a house. Think about that. It's the same thing, no different. So if you talk about this industry and you actually hate it and you think that no one makes money, you need to think about it this way. No one who wants an easy ride makes money. It's not a lottery ticket. It's not a get rich quick. It's a marathon, not a sprint. That's what we call it. All right, but you do get paid twice a day in my specific business. So you can sign up right now, and tomorrow morning, if you do a post, tomorrow morning, you instantly have commission in your bank account. It's magical. So guys, I mean, there's nothing better. You look at Uber and all the gig economy stuff, Lyft and all that. Man, those guys, this guy drove me like 15 miles to the airport. It was $17 for a Lyft. I thought 15 miles, so it was probably $4 just in gas. So subtract that. Wear and tear on the car. The guy spent 30 minutes. No, he spent like 40 minutes because it was 20. I saw his journey on the Lyft. You know, in Lyft, you can see where they go. He came 15 minutes, 20 minutes up my hill. I live at the top of a hill. And then 30 minutes to take me. He took like an hour of his time by the time he came and got me and dropped me off at the airport, guys, for $17. And I gave him like a $4 tip or something. So, guys, the guy basically was working for $15 an hour. That's before Lyft takes their cut, which is probably 30%. The guy's making $10 an hour on that drive. Okay, what about the oil and the wear and tear and the miles on his car? Depreciation. Now he's at $9. And that's before we factor in the $4 in gas. Now he's at $5 an hour. So, guys, compared to gig economy stuff like DoorDash and Grubhub and all that, oh my gosh. I had a guy on his bicycle deliver a burger to me at a park the other day. On his bicycle. I was like, bro, you're working hard. He's like, yeah, he's all sweating. He had my food. He had to go up this hill. And I was like, man, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were on a bike, bro. And he's like, oh, man, I'm hustling. I go, man, my hat's off to you. Because this guy hauled up burgers for me and my kids, Mr. Beast Burgers, at the skate park. I was like, bro, you guys, there's no better business that you could work from your PJs. I'm actually buck naked under this Hawaiian shirt. Totally kidding. Please don't make a visual on that. But here's what I'll say. There's no better way to make a living than affiliate type marketing. And it is direct sales. We call it social marketing. Make a sale. You don't stock a product. You don't have to set up a table. You make a post and someone buys with your link and you get a commission. It's never been easier than it's ever been in the history of mankind. So I don't know why people still hate it. Number 5, reason why people hate network marketing: overpriced products. Okay, let's talk about overpriced products. First of all, most of the products in our industry, and I can speak for our collagen, they are the gold standard. Most, not all, most are the gold standard products. Now, you may disagree with that. You may say, oh, I can go to Vitamin Shop or Whole Foods and find an equivalent omega-3. Fair enough. But the hero type products, the products that require research and years and patents and all kinds of stuff, rarely do they come along, you know, like in our industry. Our industry is a haven for good products that work. There's also some hype-based products. I will give you that. But I will say this. The product pipeline, when you buy a $50, I bought a $75 Tommy Bahama shirt, a polo shirt. That was actually a $175 shirt. $125 shirt. I bought it for 75 bucks. Now, let's just say at the discounted rate that I got, I'm paying the manufacturing cost, I'm paying the shipping cost, I'm paying the marketing costs of that $75. And then on top of it, I'm paying the corporate overhead over the umbrella of the entire corporate, from the CEO all the way on down the pyramid of Tommy Bahama. In that $75, many people are getting paid on that $75. In my industry, we pull half of that money out of the process. Okay? We pull out all that money out of the process, the marketing process, the advertisements, the Facebook ads, the marketing expenses. The entire marketing budget gets pulled out of that dollar equation, and 50%, basically, roughly, of every dollar that comes in to the company gets paid out to you, to me, to our marketers. It's a foundational shift in the way business is done. And it's been called the business of the 21st century. It is the business of the future. More and more businesses are pivoting to an affiliate or a network or direct sales model. I see it every single day. Businesses flipping to our business model. Why? Word of mouth. Micro and nano influencers have impact. People talk about good stuff. And advertisers, they spend all this dollars, all these money, throwing all this money at ads to try to target ad and track your every word, right? How many of you, I just talked literally the other day about going to the beach and boogie boarding, and not 50 seconds later, there was an ad for a boogie board on my feed. I'm like, I didn't look at a beach. I just talked about it. It went into my phone, the word beach and boogie board. And then boom, there was an ad. And there'll be another one because I'm saying it right now. Money gets spent hand over fist on all those ads. And all our company does, network marketing, all they do is they take that money, they pull it back, and they don't buy billboards in Times Square and waste all this money on ROI and all that stuff. And they just give it to you for selling it to your friends and families in your network that you've spent your life developing. You have a network that is determining your net worth. It doesn't mean you bug your friends and family. They can buy or not buy. They can come to your restaurant, not come to your restaurant. But the point is, you have influence. Everyone has influence. And so that is how we get paid, guys. So that overpriced product, it's the same money and dollars that go into any product, regardless of the industry. You say, well, what about wholesale, like Harbor Freight? Harbor Freight just gets cheap crap from China and pays less for it. You're still paying the shipping to come from China. So give me a break, guys. You're paying some poor kid probably in some factory in Shanghai, $6 a day to manufacture a screwdriver so you can save $5. Like, give me a break. Number 6, I got 2 more. Number 6, reason why people hate network marketing. There's no job security. Okay, fair enough. This is not a salary position. And 50% of the population are hardwired to be entrepreneurs. 50%. The other 50%, they just want to be sheep. They just want to clock in, clock out. There's a new term right now, and I forget the name of it. Oh, oh, I can't remember. It's like job something. It's where it's a new trend where people that aren't happy at work just do the bare minimum. They just do their basic job description and not a single minute more, not a single thing more. And I can't remember the term. Somebody type it in the chat. But if you've ever seen the movie Office Space, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. Oh my gosh, it's such a great movie. You know, and the guy comes in and Jennifer Aniston's in there and she starts her first day at the Chili's, you know, and she's got her her apron on and she's got like one button, and the guy that's been there for 3 years, the real peppy like manager, assistant manager, comes out and he's got 15 different buttons. They call it flair. And he comes in and he guilt shames her like, oh, how much flair do you have? Well, I guess, you know, you don't have enough flair. I guess you don't really want to be excited about working here, do you? You're not excited about your job? You know, totally guilt shaming her. And she's like, okay, how much flair do I have to put on? We're just selling burgers. Oh my gosh, like, guys, I'm telling you right now, job security is created not by a company, it's created by an individual. You create your own job security. I don't care what job you have right now. Unless you're the founder of your own company, you have zero job security. And even if you're the founder, you may go bankrupt. So guys, job security is a myth. My grandma worked for the phone company for 40 years. When she retired, all she got was free long distance for life and a watch and a plaque. So when I went to her house as a kid, I got a kick out of calling like foreign countries. I would call Europe and stuff because it was free, and just prank call weird countries. I looked up all the area codes and country codes. You guys, there's more to life than working for the same company, punching a clock so that you can have some job security. Okay? Your job security is dependent upon your worth in the marketplace. And if you can add value to your skills and your gifts in the marketplace, and you can find a better way to make money, there is a better way. And so you create your own job security. If I want more job security, I go out and sell more collagen. Like, I go talk to more people. It's not a rocket science equation. So that's the sixth one. And then the seventh, it's kind of a tie. There's a three-way tie for seventh place. Egos, no support, confusing comp plan, and people just, they look at you as a sale, they pump and dump. All right, I'll just cover them all in one brief little thing just to wrap it up tonight. All right, first of all, there are a lot of egos in any business. Okay, so that goes out the window because, you know, anybody that takes a selfie, you know, could in theory be construed as having some type of an ego or whatever. But the reality is, we're in marketing. We're marketing ourselves. I'm live on a Facebook Live right now. You got to put yourself out there. If you have a gift, you got to share it. And people want to see you. They don't want to see a product. They'd rather see your face than a product. So putting yourself out there is actually adding value out into the world, in the marketplace, sharing things that you love, and putting pictures of yourself and your family and your stuff you're doing. That adds value. It's entertainment. So yeah, there are some egos. You just got to sort through them all and find the people that really care about you. When it comes to no support, there again, I mean, you want a simple system to work your business so that you can plug into. And most businesses have that these days, but I can say ours, we mastered it. We're the pioneers of the ATM system. You plug and play for less than dinner at Olive Garden. You're up and running, getting paid twice a day. It's a pretty easy business to do. So that doesn't really... it doesn't resonate with me, that objection. The other thing would be a difficult comp plan to understand. That I will give you. Compensation plans are crazy. How many of you guys, whatever company you're in, how many of you know your compensation plan? Like, you could write it on a chalkboard, every single 9 ways to get paid. How many of you know that? I'll tell you, it can be confusing. But what I love about our specific comp plan is we have two sides, right? One side is the business side, the other is product side. And most people sell products, and they're good at that. They're okay, like, marketing products. So you get paid from 10% to 36% no matter what. And it's a sliding scale, but it's easy to understand. It's like, I sell this, I get this. So ours is very simple. On the business side, yeah, there are some complexities. I give you that. The reason it's complex is because you're paying, it's kind of like the phrase of, I'd rather get 1% of 1,000 people's efforts than, you know, or 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. That's the philosophy. So because you're getting 1%, let's say, or more of 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 people's efforts, there's a complicated algorithm to figure that out. You're still getting paid. The money still comes in your account. All right, trust me. It's blessed our lives more than anything I've ever done in my life. And I just want to end you with this. If you're sitting with somebody that maybe is hating the industry, doesn't understand the industry, they're living back in the 1980s when there was no regulation. Find a good person, trust them, find a good company, do your homework, but just don't hate people that are doing it. We need to be supportive of people and their efforts. And nothing annoys me more. Have you ever seen the person post, "Hey, does anybody know a good skincare line? No MLMs, please." Right? I really can't stand how obtuse people are when they say things like that. No MLMs. It's just like you're completely being just obtuse and aloof, and it's almost a form. I think it's a form of like discrimination. It's crazy. So don't hate the business model. It's 2022. Get with the program. And with that, this is Dave Simney. If you got some value, hit value. Please get value. Share this. Tag anybody in this. And thanks for joining me tonight. It's been great getting together. If you want to know more about what I do, hit me up, or get back to the person that tagged you on this video and learn more about the industry. Thanks so much for joining. Have a great night, Facebook. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.